All right, so make your case, my friend.
By the way, come on, it's almost Christmas. You don't want to be optimistic here?
I can be optimistic on I can be optimistic on Skechers. I can be optimistic on Lululemon. I can be optimistic on Peloton.
Look at that. By the way,
Nike?
Since Peloton. But here's the thing. We're talking stocks. And so all of those stocks, not Peloton, all the other stocks, big growth stocks, you can also find companies which have become cheaper. You can also find companies which generally carry a lot of hope. But right now they're not. And I think that's what's going on here. And we've been seeing, listen, a mega cap, I don't know, $100+ billion counts as mega cap anymore, but it used to be. But company of that size is not supposed to move 10% up, 10% down, 10%. We're supposed to be steady.
Totally.
Eddy, and that's what we're going to regain.
So here's I take your point on the following. We all now know what happened and the missteps are clear. And you can't get a lot more optimism baked into how Hoka and On and all of these companies are going to keep doing. But still, this reminds me a bit of the Starbucks turnaround. I think Stephanie Link and others have made this point. It's going to take a while. And right now, they're going to be trying to sell all this stuff over Christmas in all of these stores. It's good for the consumer. They're going to mark it down sharply. This is going to be a little while of a turnaround, don't you think?
100%. This is not a day trade. So this is a durational call. But here's the important part. We need to reset expectations. Do you know why it went down? It went down because they reset expectations. So I'm going to pretend to be a market technician. I don't know anything about technicals, so ignore everything I'm about to say. But stock popped up high single digits because the quarter was strong. It was over the next hour when they guided that it then came back down. And so people loved what they saw. People loved the fact that revenue beat, loved the fact that gross margin beat. And then we heard, by the way, the next couple quarters are going to be in trouble because we need to do that reset. So now if you're sitting here as an investor and you're thinking, well, they just floored it for me. They just lowered that bar. Now I can expect the beats.
And it's a familiar pattern. New CEO
Correct.
comes in, wants to, and I don't mean tank the stock, but wants to do the reset. And Elliott Hill is a really savvy choice. Here's somebody, he started as an intern with the company, went all the way up, and probably you got the impression he was sitting on the sidelines the last couple of years going, I'm not sure that's the right direction to go. And now here he's given a chance to right the ship.
So I don't know him personally, which means what I'm about to say could be completely unbased. But I think the fact that I don't know him personally is actually really good, because there's celebrity CEOs that you and I know we can name, and they are the personality and they are the persona. And then there's CEOs that are actually just the company is much more important. The brand is much more important. If we think about Nike as we know it today, the $50 billion business in revenues that we know today, most people don't know the name Mark Parker, but he is the one who took it over from Phil Knight and brought us to where it took us from tens of billions to 50. That is because Nike as a brand is focused on brand equity. It's not focused on channel. It's not focused on trying to disrupt stuff. And I think that's what Elliott can bring back to us.
There are a couple of pieces to this. So they miss kind of the running thing. Okay, fine. Maybe they come out with new products. Maybe they get back in there. They made some decisions on wholesale that they're now trying to reverse, get it back in those channels. What else needs to happen to kind of increase investors' confidence that the turnaround plan is at play?
If I were to ask you, name me a Nike marketing campaign, it would be very hard to do. Recent. It would be very hard to do. There's winning wasn't everything.
That's all
But we used to be able to do that, right? When you and I would talk about the Gap and Mellow Yellow, like the campaigns matter for businesses that are storytellers. Nike's a storyteller. Nike drives that emotional attachment for the consumer.
Is the wokeness a problem? Is that part of what's sent sales and alienated customers the past couple of years?
I'm not smart enough to know the answer to that. I'm a dumb number guy, so I look at numbers. And so when you said is running a problem, here's the beauty of it. They still beat everyone in running. They're just not, we don't talk about them as being the hottest product. On sheer dollars, I said $50 billion of revenue. There's no company that comes close to selling $50 billion of shirts and shoes, which means they're selling to everyone. They just don't get that brand heat. They don't get well, they did. They had Air Force Ones, Dunks, Jordans. They were too much, and they took it too far, and now they have to recalibrate. I think that's the point. You and I need to be talking about the story of Nike because the revenues are there.
Quickly, I remember back in the days when they and Under Armour would rival each other. With each day, someone else was announcing a college partnership deal. Should we expect those kinds of announcements again as well?
So I think this idea of Nike's going to be paying, I think demand creation dollars is what they call marketing, right? Normal people just call it marketing.
Demand
For them,
creation.
It's demand
Creation dollars. Okay.
No. There's a lot of, they are very understandable about where they need to be. And so they call it demand creation as opposed to just marketing. That's going to go higher. That's a big part of this reset they just announced yesterday, which means that flows through. That's stuff that we're talking about. Next year, you and I are going to be able to list some very strong marketing stories.
I'm going to put it in the calendar, and
Done.
I look forward to it. Simeon, thanks so much.